Hola y buenos días. Yo soy el señor Morris. Soy el maestro de español. Today, we're going to start off with a number dictation activity, so have your scratch paper and writing utensil ready. Then we'll review the school personnel, we'll talk about the school subjects, and the different locations around the school. And then we're going to look at the metric weighing system. So we've got a lot to do, but let's go ahead and get started with our opening song. Canten conmigo. Hola, buenos días. ¿Cómo están ustedes? ¿Cómo se sienten? Yo me siento bien. ¡Hey! Muy bien cantado. Ahora, saquen papel y lápiz o pluma para escribir estos números. We're going to do numbers this time. Okay, now you should recognize all of these. Go ahead and write them down as I tell you. The first one, el número es 7. 7. Think about that. You need to count through, you can. 7. Did you write down? There it is. 7. Okay? Very good. Let's try another one. El número 12. 12. Okay, think about it. Did you get it? Did you write down el número 12? 12. That's right. You remember all of those teens end with the C sound. How about el número 26? 26. 26. Did you get it? Okay. 26. 26. Let's try one more. El número 30. 30. Okay? If you need to think about 30, okay? Did you write down el número? There it is. 30. 30. And we talked about that number, so that should be pretty familiar to you. Now, I hope that you've gotten a chance to practice your numbers in Spanish in your classroom. It's real easy to do. You can even do dictation activities in your class like we do here. Okay? I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and start today by reviewing some of the things that we've been talking about up to now in the unit. We'll start with this question. ¿Dónde trabaja el director? Okay, so we know that that guy there is el director. Remember last lesson we talked about the different places. What is this one called? Do you remember? We'd answer this by saying, el director trabaja en la dirección. Yeah, la dirección. Okay, how about this one? ¿Dónde trabaja la maestra? ¿Dónde trabaja la maestra? And you can use your notes to look this up and answer these if you want to. La maestra trabaja en el salón. Yeah, that's what we call the classroom. El salón. How about this? ¿Dónde trabaja la secretaria? ¿Dónde trabaja la secretaria? And the answer is, la secretaria trabaja en la dirección. Yeah, that's right. The same as the director, huh? ¿Dónde trabaja el portero? So here's that portero guy. And he works in this whole thing. Do you have that in your notes? I hope so. El portero trabaja en toda la escuela. All the school, the whole school, right? Hey, let's try another one. ¿Dónde trabaja la cocinera? ¿Dónde trabaja la cocinera? This one's pretty easy because it's a cognate, isn't it? La cocinera trabaja en la cafetería. En la cafetería. Cafetería, that's a cognate. Cafeteria, huh? ¿Dónde trabaja el bibliotecario? It's a mouthful, his name. ¿Dónde trabaja el bibliotecario? El bibliotecario trabaja en la biblioteca. And you see how biblioteca sounds a lot like bibliotecario. ¿Dónde trabaja el ayudante? And here he is, el ayudante. And we've seen this place before, so you should be able to answer this pretty easily. El ayudante trabaja en el salón. Yeah. Ahora, quiero que todos repasen otra vez con este video. Presten atención y repitan todos.
¿Dónde trabajan? El director y la secretaria trabajan en la dirección. La maestra y la ayudante trabajan en el salón. La cocinera trabaja en la cafetería. La bibliotecaria trabaja en la biblioteca. El portero trabaja en toda la escuela.
Well, I hope you guys are repeating along with those and getting a chance to practice using the language in entire sentences like that. Well, I tell you what, now let's look at the answers to this question. ¿Qué materias llevan en la escuela? What subjects do you take in school? Well, you guys help me out here. I've got a couple choices for you. ¿Esta es música o matemáticas? What do you think this is? A la una, a las dos, a las tres. Matemáticas. Yeah, this is pretty easy. It's a cognate, isn't it? How about this one? Ciencias naturales o lenguaje? You got your test tubes and your microscope. What do you think this is? A la una, a las dos, a las tres. Ciencias naturales. Yeah, natural sciences. And we call these natural sciences as opposed to this one. What is this, where you study countries, history, the world? A la una, a las dos, a las tres. Ciencias sociales. Social sciences as opposed to natural sciences, right? How about this one? ¿Es computación o lenguaje? A la una, a las dos, a las tres. Lenguaje. And that looks kind of like language, doesn't it? Lenguaje. Here we go. ¿Es música o arte? ¿Es música o arte? A la una, a las dos, a las tres. Arte. Es arte. Yeah. These are pretty easy, aren't they? Easy to recognize. ¿Es música o educación física? A la una, a las dos, a las tres. Música. Okay. ¿Es educación física o computación? Educación física o computación. A la una, a las dos, a las tres. Educación física. Right. It's like physical education, huh? Yeah. How about this one? ¿Es computación o computación? Oh, that's a tough one. I would say this one's got to be computación. Tell you what, please review the subjects once more with this video. Pongan atención y repitan todos.
Las materias. Matemáticas. Ciencias naturales. Ciencias sociales. Lenguaje. Arte. Música. Educación física. Computación.
Well, I tell you what, if all of the stuff is as easy as that, I'm sure you guys will all do terrific on the evaluation at the end of this unit. Now, as I told you, we're going to start looking at weighing using the metric system. Just to get you started, what units do we use to weigh things in the American system? How do we weigh things? If you guys want to put me on pause and talk about it for a while, you can go ahead and do that. And I hope that you've come up with answers like pounds and ounces. You may even said tons. Pues hoy vamos a pesar. Pesar means to weigh. Pesar. Can you say that? You might want to put that into your notebook. Well, when we pesar, when we use the metric system, we use a couple of different measurements. We use gramos. Este es un gramo. We use gramos. And let me give you an idea. Look at how big that is. Here's my finger. Gramos. Yeah. Not very big, huh? But we use something else when we measure in the metric system too. We use kilogramos. Can you see the difference in the size of those two? Okay, here comes a no-brainer. Which do you think we'll use to weigh heavy things? Do you think we'll use gramos or kilogramos? To weigh heavy things? Duh, kilogramos. Which unit of measure will we use to measure light things? Gramos or kilogramos? Well, of course, for light things, little light things, we're going to use gramos. Well, if we'd usually use ounces in the English system or the American system, in Spanish we would use gramos for small things. And if we'd normally use pounds, in Spanish we would use kilogramos. If you want to know how many pounds something weighs that's measured in kilogramos, you must convert. Okay? You convert or change kilograms to pounds by multiplying by 2.2. For example, if I go to a store and buy a kilogram of cheese, okay, I have 1 kilogram times 2.2 pounds, and that equals 2.2. So, 1 kilogram of cheese is the same as 2.2 pounds. You see that? Yeah, okay, here's another example. If I weigh 80 kilograms, how many pounds do I weigh? I'm going to take 80 times 2.2, okay? And I would weigh 176 pounds if I weigh 80 kilograms. All right. Well, right now, I'd like for all of you to quickly review the units of measure, okay? Now, this is going to be pretty cool, so presten atención y repitan todos. Ahora, voy a pesar un lápiz. Para pesar un lápiz, ¿qué unidad de medida voy a usar? Voy a usar gramos o kilogramos. A ver, el lápiz, 2 gramos, 4 gramos, 5 gramos, 1 lápiz pesa 5 gramos. Usamos gramos. Ahora voy a pesar a mi hija. Emily, ven acá. Para pesar a mi hija, ¿qué voy a usar? ¿Gramos o kilogramos? Vamos a ver. Párate aquí. Pesa 32 kilogramos. Usamos kilogramos. Did you see my hija? Yeah, my daughter, Emilia. She helped me with that. You guys may be studying the metric system in your schools. And if you look, a lot of the cereals and cans and milk and things that you buy have measurements in the American system and in metric system. So you can start checking those out. Tell you what, let's go ahead and look at our activity sheet for today. It's called pesando. See that up there? Pesando, and that comes from pesar. Pesar means weigh. Pesando is weighing. Start off by putting your name up at the top. Roberto. There's my name. Now there's two parts to this. It says read and answer the questions. First part up here, these three. Let's see. ¿Qué unidad de masa usas para pesar? Okay, what unit of weight do you use to weigh? Okay, and we have a calabaza. Una calabaza, that's a pumpkin. Un lápiz, pencil. Una persona, a person. What are we going to use? Gramos o kilogramos? How about for this one? Una calabaza, what are you going to use? Gramos o kilogramos? Well, it's pretty big, isn't it? So you'll probably use kilogramos. Kilogramos. Okay, I'm going to let you finish these two up here, and let's move on down to the bottom. I was looking through the Guinness Book of World Records, and I found some things. The world's largest pumpkin was grown by E&R Gankatz of Wrightstown, New Jersey in 1990. It weighed approximately 731 kilograms. How many pounds did it weigh? Well, it says up here, to convert weight from kilograms to pounds, multiply by 2.2. So you're going to say 371 times 2.2. Go ahead and figure it out, and that will give you your weight in pounds. And down at the bottom, we also have some where you'll change it from pounds into kilograms, and you'll divide by 2.2. So we're testing your math skills some. Yeah. Guys, go ahead and work through that. You may find some interesting records there. Today, we reviewed the school personnel, the subjects that you study and the places around your school, and then we started to look at weighing things using the metric system. Now, next class, we'll look at measuring things using metric units. Pero ahora es hora de despedirnos. For our goodbye song today, let's sing Cielito Lindo. Canten conmigo, especially the ay, 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 ay part. De la Sierra Morena, cielito lindo, vienen bajando un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo de contrabando. Ay, 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 canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. Good job. We're going to be looking at measuring things, so we're going to be using our numbers. Now, we've gone up to 30, but if you guys want to start getting ahead, use your Spanish-English dictionaries and look at numbers 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, up to 100. Look at 200, 300, up to 1,000. You guys start looking through that in preparation for what we're going to be doing. Until our next class, adios y hasta luego. Ay.